Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we will continue building our code sharing app. In last video, we have created our wrapper component for code editor and language selector dropdown. So today we will use all those and work on adding the snippet creation flow. So to begin with, I have made some changes on the UI, which is related to the header and the main protected layout. So I've just added this class to make it look good to container, so that it should be inside a container. It will add padding from both the sides and a margin from top and bottom of my5. And on header, I have added a link. This we will add in this video for create snippet URL, and I have added a feed page. This will work as a logo for now, and also the sign out button. And this was already there. I've just updated it. And one more update I would like to give. I have created a use current user hook. This is in the previous video you might have noticed we have used this part for in the header, but as we have to use this user data a lot of places in the application, so it is good to have it in a separate hook, and we can easily access it. So here I'm taking care of the destructuring and pulling out the data, and from there I'm just passing it in the hook. This status is basically the authenticated status which we get from NextAuth, and also the sign out function. So if we see here, I've used user and sign out both from use current hook, and now I don't have to add any destructure thing or anything. I'm just getting the user data and also the final function. So from here, and I'm just using it. So this is why I have created this. So let's begin with this today's video. So today's agenda is we have to create the snippet creation flow, where we will add the form and also the action to add the snippet to the database. That snippet will contain fields like title, description, tags, programming language, which for which the code is written, and also the author, so who have added that code snippet. So this is what all information for the snippet we will add. So first let's add the DB schema for that. So I'll just add a Prisma model and we'll call it snippets, and let's copy this ID because this will be same for all as we're using Mongo, and we have to map our underscore ID of MongoDB to the ID. So I've just copied it for that, and table name would be snippets. So I've mapped this model to this name. This will be there. So we need title. This will be mandatory field. Then we need description. This we can keep optional. And then we need code. This will also be string. Then language would be string, and we need that will be mandatory. And then we need tags. So tags will be string of array, and also we will add a default blank array, because if we don't if the user has not added any tag, so it will just be blank array. Let's do one thing. Let's keep optional fields at the bottom, and then we need author ID. This would be string, but this will also typecast it to DB object ID, because we have to keep the reference to the user who has created this code snippet. Okay. So let's add the relation. So we will add author, and this is related to user table. We will use relation tag, fields, and inside fields author ID, which we want because we have stated author ID here, and references. So references would be the ID from the table which we want to refer to. So this as in user, we want to refer to this ID. So that is why we'll keep this. And once Prisma, in Prisma, when we add a relationship, it also adds to that model. So here, because this is one to many relationship. So when we have a user here, one user can create many snippets. So here it is. And for being consistent, I have renamed this to small s, because by default it takes the model name. So I have just renamed it. So this is it, and I will add a created at and updated at also. So let's add those, or maybe just copy it from here because it will be same. Okay, fine. Yeah, this looks good. So this is what we require as a table for the snippets. And we will not have any protected snippet or something. We'll just keep every snippet as public for now. Maybe in future, if people actually use it and they want to have some protected snippets, we can add that. So that won't be a major issue. But let's do one thing. We'll add a provision for that. So let's add a provision here. This will be for, I mean, this will be optional, boolean true. So if we don't add it, this we can add in future if needed. So that is why I've just given a provision for that. So I think this is pretty much up for the table. Let's now go ahead and create a page for adding the snippets. So we'll add create snippet page.tsx. Let's name this. Create snippet page and return something from here. What happened? H1 create snippet. That's it. Okay, so this I think looks good. Just check that. Yeah, we have the page created. Let's also update the header for this route. So I've just uncommented it, and we have this route, but this is not looking good. So just need to add some. Sorry, this is in the same li. That should not be there. This should be there. Yeah. Oh, so this is it, and also this active URL also displayed. But so now let's go ahead and create our form. So if you have seen the last video, you might have seen this code editor component and language selector component which we have created. If not, you can check that video in this playlist. Here in this page, we will use all those both these components, as well as we will add some more components which will be used from ShadCN form. So let's create a form schema before creating the form, because we need a form schema. We will keep it here itself, and we will make it as a private file, and we need to import Zod. Okay. And let's export create snippet form schema. This will be Z string, and we will take minimum length of 3. We need this. Okay, and description would be z string, and this should be this can be optional because we have already kept it as optional in our schema, if you remember. So here this is optional, so we'll just keep that optional. Code we want, and we want to have that available. Then language also, and that is also string, and that is also mandatory. And then we have tags, and also this was also optional as we have kept it as optional. Let's bring all the optional fields with same. Okay, so I think this is good. Now let's create a form from ShadCN. If you, I have described how to create a how to use form from ShadCN in my another video. I'll tag that in this I button, so you'll get that. But again, in this video, I'm not going to explain completely about that form. But yes, I'll give the overview of how to create that create those forms and all. Okay. So now I'll just create a form with use form hook. That will be from React hook. Now I also have to import Zod. Now z.infer. This will be type of create snippet form schema. Perfect. And now we'll add a resolver. I will add Zod resolver. Okay, it's not giving me here. Let's add it. That we will get from hook form resolvers and Zod. Yeah. Now we have to pass the snippet form, form schema, and also the default values if we want, but we want for language, we want language to be JavaScript for us for now. This will be throughout the application, but maybe in future we can have we can give user the preference to set up their preferred language for them, so that can be saved in the user profile settings and something. So we can maybe always improve the application and give it more directions, whatever is required. So that's it for the form, and then I'll add an on submit handler. This will get values, and this will also be type of schema. Perfect. So this is good. Now let's give this a bit some classes so that it look good. This will be font bold, and also we don't need margin. We need margin for bottom. Let's go to Code Snippet. Yeah. Okay. This nice. I think this looks good. Now let's add our form from ShadCN. We have imported it. We need to destructure the form element form which we have created from use form hook, and then we will add a native element of form, and we will add our submit handler. This will be handled by form submit handler. Again, if you need reference for these for setting up these forms, you can always refer to my previous video. I'll add that link in description so that you can check the ShadCN form thing. Also for this form, what we need is if we see this page, we have a lot of space here, and we have less fields to be added. So for that, what we'll do is we'll use 1/3 of space, 2/3 of space for the code editor, and 1/3 of space for our fields. form fields for like a title, description, and tags, and all those. So let's set up the styling for that as it is for that. So we will use grid, and we will give grid column. So if we go to Tailwind CSS in docs, uh, let's go to grid. I think template columns. Yeah. So in template columns, if we get the use this, so this will create 3 columns in the screen. So like here it is calls, sorry, this is calls 4. So it is it created 4 columns. So similarly, we have to create 3 columns. And why 3 columns? I'll explain why we need 3 columns. So this will be taken care of. I mean, this will take care of responsiveness. So in the smaller screens, it will be 1 column, single column, and in bigger screens it will be 3 column. So why 3 columns? As I have just mentioned, like we will use 2/3 of the screen for code editor and 1/3 of the screen for other fields. So that is why we'll create 3 columns, and we will expand our code editor to use the 2/3 of the element, 2/3 of the available space. So inside this, we'll create a div, and we'll give this classes, and we need to, as I've just mentioned, we have to use 2/3 of that space. So we have to expand this. So we can use call span class from Tailwind, and this will be updated. And also we have to give this order. Why? Because for responsive screens, we will give all the fields first, and then we will edit our code in the mobile screen. And in the bigger screens, we will give the code editor in the left and other fields in the right. So that is why we will order it like that. Order first. Yeah. So this is what we want, and this will take care of the screen ordering thing and giving them available space. So that is this is it. Now we will use form field from ShadCN. Is this important? Yeah, this is important. Cool. Now this takes name. 3 things, 3 fields it takes. So first is name, then it takes control, which we will pass from form control, and then it takes render. So render is the place where we will render our actual field. So it gives us field, and then we will use form item, that is also from ShadCN. Then we will use form control, and now we will add our code editor component which we have created. So in our code editor wrapper, which we have created in our last video, we can see we expect language, value, on change, and height. Height is already given as default 60 VH, so we'll keep it like that only. We'll not pass that, but we have to pass all these. So value, let's give the value first, and this will be field dot value. Then we have to give on change handler, and this will also be field dot on change, right? But we have to also provide the language which is selected in from the drop down. So for that, what we need to do is we can take that language from the this form which we have created from use form. This gives us a function to get the value of this current form. So this form has all these fields which we have created in schema. So this has language, right? So we can access that that particular field from the function which it provides. So we'll use get form dot get values, and this will be language. So whenever the language is updated, or at the start, at the initial point, it will take it from here because we have set up a default value. If not, when we change anything, this will take up the updated value from the form directly. We don't have to do anything extra for that. It will take it from the form directly. So this is how our code editor is set up. Sorry. So here, if you see, we have this code editor setup. So if I write some code, and let's say I'll give it name. So this will work for JavaScript, because as we have stated that this will be JavaScript for the initial load. So that is it. And rest other fields we will add now. So let's add up other fields. So I have to wrap it because I have given this grid. So I have to wrap it in div, and all the fields will come inside this. So now we will first add our language selector. The same way we will give this a name, language. Control will be form.control. Then we have to render, and inside render we will get field, and let's select language selector. Let's see what this expect. So this expect on change, and also it should expect value, right? So value and on change we have to select, and just to update, I have also added this was missed in the previous video where we have created this selector. So I have added value and on change prop, and when we also added a use effect where we will check for value. If we receive value, we will update it in the drop down, and also on change. So if we get an on change function, whenever the language is changed, it will just update, call this on change callback. Okay, so we have to pass value. So this we will take from field.value, and on change, this will be from on change. So this is it. This is what we want. I have to wrap it inside form item. I just forgot, and we'll add that in form item. Also, I will give this form label, and we'll give this for class of block. This will be language, and I will add a form message. What this will do is, if we have any error in the form for this field, this will automatically display. We don't have to manually toggle or do something. This function, this component basically is handled by ShadCN internally, and it will check for this field's error and it will update it. So we don't have to manually toggle it or do something. It will taken care by ShadCN automatically. So we don't have to worry about that. So now let's just copy this 3 times, and now we have to add for title. I'll keep this title. Also, now I have to change this. This will be input. So we now take input component, and for input component, this is really easy. Just to pass this field as ShadCN document refers. I think I have also missed one more thing. I have to wrap this inside form controller. Form control, yes. So form control, this should be wrapped inside the form control. Yeah, and let's copy this, paste here, also paste here. This will be tags, this will be tags, this will be description, uh, description. This will be text area for description. Text area, yes. I think I'm done for this. Let's see how our form looks. Okay, so this looks good. We have a language, we have title, we have description, and we have tags. We need to give some margin between all these all these fields. So let's add a margin for this. I think we'll start from here, and this will be like MB 3. So margin bottom 3, and I'll add that for all the fields. Okay, perfect. So this is taking it from language, right? Here and here it is taking from language, which should not be the case because we have given the name correctly. So let's do one thing. Let's just refresh it because I think that was from the cache and all. So that is also gone. Now if I add, so everything is separated. In tags, how we will use this is we are expecting a complete string here, but what we'll do is we'll take comma separated string. We will add a message here for users uh, to specify like how the tag should be. We will take it from comma separated value, and we will split it to convert that in array. So let's add a form description for tags, form control and form description. I will add uh, and what I'll add is separate tags with a comma. So here the message is also clear, like we have to add it add a separated with a comma. So okay, this is also good, this alignments are good. Now let's add buttons for our form submission. Let's create another div and give that class name of, let's item center, justify between empty 10, and also a gap of 4. Perfect. Let's add button to 2 buttons, and this will be imported from ShadCN. One is save and another is cancel. So let's handle save first. Save would be type of submit. Yes, this will be type of submit, and on cancel we will do it manually. Form dot, we could use a reset, type reset, but I'll create it, I'll use it with this form because we have all the references of values in this form object. So that is why I'll use it from here, and will manually do this reset of the form. Also for button, let's first see how it looks. We have this here, which should not be the case. This should come up inside this. So let's just see what we did wrong. I think we did wrong is we have to add it here. Yes. Okay, so this is one. So cancel and this also, I mean, both are in same color, and that doesn't look good. So let's make cancel button bit different, and we'll just use destructive. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. Also, this space we don't want. I will do what I'll do is I'll add a class, and I'll give width 2 of 3, and height 2. 2 of 3, 2 of 3, 2 of 3. 2 of 3, 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 2 of to the save button, and also I'll give width of 1/3. Yeah, this looks good. This is what I wanted, and this looks good now. Okay, so we have our buttons ready. Let's now create our action. Our action to save the form input. So let's close these and let's open, and yeah. So let's do one thing. Now let's create an action. So inside common actions, we will create snippet. Yes, this first we will add to server. What we have to create is create snippet action. Okay, add a try catch block first. Okay. Console error. Also, will return error, or maybe we will throw new error. Now we want to use our database. So for database, as you remember, we have already created this. We will use DB. So let's return await, and first we will actually parse the Zod schema. This with this React hook form, or this ShadCN form, this on submit will only get called when the form is valid. So it has all the fields which we have already added in the snippet form schema, and this will only work with that if that satisfies all the condition. So this will run, this will get called only then. So we don't have to worry about the validation, because the values will only receive to this action, or this on submit handler, only when the values are valid. So we don't have to worry about validation over here. So let's add our query for this. Let's import that. Oh my god, this import looks very ugly. So I'll just fix that. Fix the import as well. Okay. Here we want to add our we will get our snippet, and we have to specify the type. So to get the type, what we'll do is we will actually take type from our create snippet type from the Prisma schema, which we have already created. So let's add our Prisma from Prisma client, and we'll take arguments. So we get this arguments. From there, we will take type of db.snippet. Okay, so this is not coming up here because we haven't run the code, run the Prisma generate. So let's do one thing. We will run that once. Let's run Prisma generate. So now we will have that added. Okay, and for this we will take it from create. So if I check that, okay, this is not coming up again. No problem, I'll just take it from here. So I'll explain and I'll check this again. So from Prisma, Prisma arguments, we will take the type of db snippet, which we have already assigned. So Okay, so it was DB snippets basically, because we have named it as snippets. We have named the table as snippets, so that is why it was there. So snippets, and for that it should be create, and we will get the data object from that. So that is how we can create the type of snippet creation, and we will just assign it over here. Now we will get all the type safe values for create input. If you see here, like it has the snippets create input. So I think this will work for us. Now snippets and create. So for create, we just have to pass our snippet data, and done. And for the default values like tags and this will be taken care automatically. We don't have to worry. This is taken care automatically. If we don't have tags, it will taken care of automatically. We have to add author ID, which we have to update. So let's do one thing. We have two options basically to add that. So one is we get the user ID. We get the user ID here only, and we pass it in the snippet. And one is to add over here directly, but as we can already get it from the hook, from our use current user hook. So we will just take it directly from here. We have our user here, right? So we don't have to worry about, do anything there in the action. We'll just take user from here, and we'll use it directly. Now let's come up here. Let's add try and catch. Let's add console log, and now create a body for the values. So we will pass all the values. Then we will append author ID from user.id, right? And as I have mentioned, for tags, if we take we are taking comma separated values in tag, so we have to split those and make an array, because we in the schema we have tag as a string, array of string. So that is why we have to do a bit of manipulation here. So what we will do is values dot tags dot, we will split the tag value string from comma. Okay, and with this we will get an array will have map, and map, let's just give it as t string, and we will trim this value and add it as a string. So here why it is giving is because tags can be optional. Tags we have mentioned as optional, so it can be undefined. And for that, what we will do is we can pass this as, so here if we have tags value, then it's okay. If not, it will just be this. But this is not a good flow over here. So let's do one thing. We will run this only when we have tags value, or else we'll just pass a blank array. So if we get tags value, then only we will do our manipulation, or we'll split that from the comma. After splitting, we will just return the trimmed version of that string, so no spaces before and after of that of the strings. So I think this is it. This is cool. We don't have to worry about anything else now, and we will add a sync over here, because we have our action as async await, so we will use that. And just await create snippet, sorry, not form schema, create snippet action we want to use, and we will pass our body directly. And why it is giving us error? That was from the error of my use correct. Yeah, I've just added it any for now. Okay, so this is it. We have the value, we have the body and all, and once this is done, once that snippet is created, we what we will do is we'll just uh, take user. We will take the user to the snippets to the feeds page once this is done. So if that is done, then reset the form. First reset the form and also navigate to the feeds page. So for that we need router uh, router available in the page. So let's add a router, and we will use router from next. Let's fix the import first. I don't like this import. So this also, like I have mentioned in my earlier videos, like I like to keep my imports tidy. So first we will have imports from node modules, then we will have imports from our uh, absolute imports, and then if we have any relative imports, we will keep at the bottom, at the last. So this is the relative path, so it will be at the last, but all the absolute paths will be here, and at the middle, and at the top we will have the uh, node modules import. So this is how I keep my imports. So now once that is also done, let's just push to feed. Feed or feeds? Feed. Okay. So we will move user to the feed page, and that's it, I guess. That's it. Yes. Let's check. Let's check now. And this is not working. Next out was mounted. Not mounted. Okay. Why is this error? Next router was not mounted. Oh, sorry. I forgot that the import is not correct. This should not be from router. This should be from navigation. Yes, that was from navigation. It should not be from there. Yeah. So let's create a snippet now, and before that, I'll also add my open my compass, and we'll also check Mongo is running or not. It should run because I'm already getting my logged in user and all. So logged in users are there. So this should run. I'll just open my compass, and compass is already there. Okay, so I have my compass. This is an account from GitHub, and now let's create a snippet now. So for snippet, what I'll do, what let's copy copy a code from somewhere. Let's copy our code from here only. Let's copy this. Let's copy this. Let's take this. First remove this, and let's take this. Okay, let's take this and this. We have to remove these because this is not TypeScript. Maybe I select TypeScript, then this error should go on, but this should be provided. So let's move it to JavaScript again, and we'll remove these types. I don't want those. I don't want this. I don't want this. Perfect. Okay, so this is it. Language is JavaScript. On submit handler for reactive form. This is an example for on submit handler of React hook form. Very nice. Capital H. React hook form integrated with ShadCN UI in NextJS. Okay, so I'll use NextJS and server actions form, right? And also add hook. Okay, so this is okay. Now let's save this. So we have saved and nothing happened till now. Let's see what happened. What is the problem? Cannot read property of undefined. Okay. This is an error. So we'll add this error logging as well. But first, let's do one thing. Let's just push this to DB. I think this is for the DB. This is for the Prisma. I guess that was the error. Also, we'll generate again. Prisma generate. Perfect. Now, if I create, I have this again. Okay, I have this again. Create snippet.ts. It is not taking me to the error actually, but we have this at cannot read properties of undefined. Reading create. Let's go here. Snippets.create. db.snippets.create. This is okay. Snippets, if we see, we have the snippets. Okay, is also correct. Create function is already there. Why the problem is there? What is the problem? That is not coming up. Let's just check here once. Okay, so no data. Good answer, right? So need to check this. Let's do one thing. Let's run this again. Copy this code because once I refresh, it will just remove this. So okay, copy it. On submit handler for React hook form RHF. This as an example of on submit handler. And again, NextJS, same tags. Let's click on save. Okay, this worked. So the problem was for this building. We have done the DB push, but the code was not updated. So once I just compiled it again, it worked again. It worked perfectly. So we got this. We got the creation flow ready, and let's check in the DB. Like, do we have the value? And we have the value. We have got this code. We have got the language. We have got this tag text. We have got the tags. We have 4 tags, and we got that author also we have received. So I think this is this is working great. So as we have already as we wanted, so it worked correctly. So okay. So we'll stop here and we will In the next video, we will add the functionality to fetch all the code snippets, and we will also handle the viewing detail of the feeds. Also, we will add search and filter on the list of snippets. So till then, stay tuned, and if you like the video, please do like, share, and comment, and please do not forget to subscribe the channel. That actually motivates me to create content and create different projects. So thank you for watching.